Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about BCS Anaheim as well as the entire BCS season as it is finally over. The only thing left is the World Championships. But before that, I do have a little bit of an announcement to make. We are doing a giveaway with Bushiroad International because it's the end of the year, right? It's that time of giving, and you know what? You can win some cool stuff. So what do we have to give away? We have 2 BTO 5 boxes, so Triumphant Return of the Brave Heroes, and then 2 Blazing Dragon Reborn boxes, so BTO 6, as well as 3 FGO boxes, so Fate, Grand Order, the movie, Divine Realm of the Round Table, Camelot boxes for Y Schwartz that you can win. All you have to do is fill out the form in the description below, right? And basically, you just have to describe your best experience, a great story, share a story that you've had playing, Bushiroad TCGs, or even collect, do anything with them, right? And we will be picking out the best stories, right? Me, Kelvin, and Mark will be picking out the best stories that we like the most, and you have a chance to win one of these boxes, right? But also, just by submitting a story, right? Maybe you don't have the best story, or maybe, you're just not good at telling stories, right? You can still win by submitting an entry, right? So we do have a lucky draw, so anyone who enters has a chance to win one of those boxes, right? So you have one BTO 5 box, one BTO 6 box, and one FGO box that we'll be giving away just for the lucky draw. So even if you don't win best story, you still have a chance to win by luck, right? Because, hey, luck is an important stat to have. So get down there, submit it. We'll be accepting entries all the way until, I think, 7 p.m. Australian time on Boxing Day, so December 26th. And that should be exactly midnight at on LA time, right? So go submit it now, and you have at least just around a week to submit all the results, all your responses, and we'll be picking out winner like sometime next week. It'll be in a video. We'll post it up. We'll be reading out the best stories, and yeah, that's when you'll find out. And Bushiroad will get in contact with you. Just to give you some stuff. So fill it out. That's it. Let's get on with the results. So here we have our BCS Anaheim standard results. We have 3 Ava making it to the top 8, 2 Zorga, 1 Gravidia Prison, and Kyrie. And we can see not Gravidia, but Ava is really taking the top spot of the best Brand Gate deck. And when we look at the price of some of these promos for Ava, it is popping off like crazy, right? And then if we look at the final results here, we have Jordan Caudle coming in first with Ava. Then we got second with Jalen Alcazar with Kyrie, and then third was Rutillo Lopez with the Seraph, and then fourth was Kenneth Chong with the Zorga. So again, Ava makes it home and doing very, very well, right? Doing very, very well. But these are kind of pretty much most of these decks I think we kind of seen so far, right? It's standard, but standard actually is quite diverse right now, so really, really cool to see. The next we have is V Premium, and this is not a very big surprise at all, because you have 5 Gear Chronicles making it, 1 Shadow Paladin, 1 Genesis, and 1 Grand Blue. And that is topped by the entire X spots just being Gear Chronicle, and I don't really think that is unexpected at all, right? So Brian Nguyen coming in first, then Brad Chang and Nicholas Nguyen to round out top 3, and then Jennings Kwan, unfortunately, 4th place. So that's the Gear Chronicle representatives. And then lastly, for Premium, we have 3 Gear Chronicles as well, and then 2 Narukami, 1 Bermuda Triangle, Dimension Police, and Spike Brothers, right? And to make it the top 4, we had Joshua Rodriguez with the Spike top. Then we got Bryant Nguyen with the Highlander. And third was Matthew Bach with the Gear Chronicle, and 4th was Dio with the Dimension Police. Dimension Police actually making it to 4th place. But unfortunately, I think just missed out, while Spikes being able to take it home. And here is that Spikes list. So normally we see these Spikes coming up with the Greedon builds, a Rising Greedon's build. But this one actually is just a straight up Rising build with Juggernaut maximum, and just taking Spike Brothers' ability to just like push damage, rush, play quickly to defeat their opponents. And just going to the Galley Gabalus as well as just an insanely good first stride. So Spike's actually doing quite well. I think we've seen some Spikes rise up in some of these BCSs, which is quite interesting to see, right? But let's kind of talk about the entire metagame as a whole. Again, thank you, Fuzzy Paradox, for just providing all this information throughout the entire season. and we do have this summary that he has made. So let's take a look at standard for now, right? Very, very cool. Like, so about 29 Gravidias in the top 8. Seems quite strong, right? But overall, like 21 Flagbergs, Prisons, Maha seems quite good, right? There's quite a nice mix here. Of course, Ava really going quickly, right? Ava is like a recent addition to the top 8, or the BCS circuit, basically. But there's top 8'd quite a lot, right? Basically, once that promo started hitting, it started topping, right? And it's something you have to be really, really scared about. If we look at the top 4 as well, so here up, bang, Gravidia's still at the top, but it's dropped off quite a lot. Only 14 top 4s, 14 Prisons, Flagberg, Kyrie, and then Ava as well, creeping up. But if we look at the winning positions, first place is actually Ava, right? Once that promo came out, Ava's just been winning all day long, right? All day long. Then next was actually a Prison win, and then third was Kyrie as well. So they're kind of tied in second place, and then Gravidia, Gridon, and Lutetia with the 2s, right? So overall, like, first place, I feel like these numbers are just they're kind of cool to have, but just looking at what goes from top 8 to top 4 is quite significant. What actually just top 8s is also very, very cool too, because it kind of gives you an idea on what the meta has been the entire season. But yeah, the Ava is just something to be really careful about, because bang, you know, once that promo came out, the entire format was kind of shifted. New best deck in format, I mean. Not best in deck, but Youthberg is something that we have to really be careful out for Worlds 2, because we have the set 7 release like just after the entire BCS season. So I think we're gonna have a huge shift in the metagame, right? But what might not shift is V-Print. This one is actually insane, right? Actually an insanely busted format. I don't think there's any sugarcoating for V-Premium right now. 80 Geek Chronicle tops. 80, right? That is 63 more than the next place, which was Genesis, right? Genesis, 17 Genesis, and then 11 Gold Paladin, and then do we really need to talk about the rest, right? Shadow Paladin recently got an unban, like in the not recent, but it's, you know, in the recent list it got a ban. Only 7 tops compared to Geek Chronicle 80, right? And that we've seen the pie charts, right? If we look at the top 4 changes, it is still Gear Chronicle. We have 47 Gear Chronicles. I feel like the numbers are worse, right? So, hey, like 80 Gear Chronicle tops, that's around like just over 4 more than the next. If we look at top 4, it's just under like 7 times more than the next, which is just Genesis, right? The conversion rate for Gear Chronicles is actually insane. It is incredibly insane. Again, we've seen the pie charts where it's like, hey, look, 4 Gear Chronicle top. And then the top 4 pie chart comes out, or the top 4 placings come out, and it's all Gear Chronicle. That's what happens. There is no doubt in my mind that if you want an emergency ban list or something like that, now is a good time to do it. Now is actually a very good time to do it, because, you know, if you get rid of Gear Chronicle, or you hit it in some way, even the lightest way possible, I feel like there is going to be a change, at least for World. Everything else slightly wins, and I think that is what you want to see, right? And then let's look at, for fun, let's look at the first place slot. Bang, 16 Gear Chronicles, right? Think about it. There were 23 first place results. 16 of them were Gear Chronicles. And they were basically all Steam Maiden. It's not like, oh, it's Steam Maiden and like Chrono Fang and no, it's just Steam Maidens. Actually just all Steam Maidens. So yeah, pretty busted format at the moment. It feels bad, but that is just how it is. And then finally for premium, we have, it's kind of a similar situation, but the format itself is not as broken as V Premium, to be fair, right? So we have 47 Narukami, a clear favorite in terms of top 8, and 23 Gear Chronicle and 19 Aquaforce, 14 Bermuda Triangle, and 13 Link Jokers. So the Link Jokers actually creeping up in the top 8. There's quite a few, a lot of Link Jokers. But if you look at the top 4, they kind of disappear, all right? 14, sorry, it was like, was it funnier than 13, sorry, I was thinking of Bermuda Triangle. 13 drops to 2 Link Joker, right? The conversion rate for this isn't that great. We do have the 25 Narukamis, still a clear favorite. 15 Gear Chronicle, 12 Aqua Force, 10 Bermuda. So the only thing that's actually swapped in these top 5 is the Link turns into the Spike Brothers. And I feel like that Spike Brothers has been quite recent. But then let's look at the first place of Funsies, right? First place is still Narukami with a 5. But then we have the Gear Chronicle creeping up with a 4 and Aqua Force as well, tying that. And then 2 Grand Blue and 2 Dimension. Wow, okay, those numbers are interesting. But again, Narukami still first place. I do think Narukami is quite a good pick, right? Definitely a good deck. Not as dominating as Ski Chronicle in V Premium, though. It is one of the easier decks to play in the format, I have to say. A nice gatekeeper entry level deck. And although it does well, I do think a lot of the decks can compete, right? Can compete quite well against it. So does it need to be emergency hit as bad as V Premium Steam Maidens? I don't think it does. And I think overall, Premium and Standard are looking very, very cool. Entering Worlds, right? Going to Worlds, a very, very cool format to see. A lot of diversity. And clearly there's some decks that are better than others, I think. But, you know, we'll see. There's differences in certain regions, I think. You know, in America, kind of different to Europe and kind of different to Asia as well. So being able to see what collides at Worlds will be pretty cool. And then, look, if V Premium doesn't change, I think I think we're gonna have a pretty how do you say, interesting stream. It's gonna be like maybe a 1-deck format, but hey, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. So that is it for today. Again, if you guys want to win some free stuff, link in the below, right, to a form that you have to fill out, and we'll be hopefully you get to win, right? I can't wait to read those stories. I can't wait to read. You know, I like reading. That's just me. I like knowledge, right? So let me know in the comments what you think, and I'll see you all later. All right, bye.